From idea to output, Claude does the design work. That's the lead. It deserves to be. Daily AI Digest, April 27, 2026. 10 stories. Let's go.
Now, from idea to output, Claude does the design work. Claude in focus. Here's what's new. Important update, you may have caught this in the Daily Finance Digest earlier this week. The story now crosses into today's coverage. Regulators just moved against design, and this one has real teeth. Here's what actually happened. Design has traditionally required multiple roles working in sequence: a strategist to define the problem, a designer to shape the solution, and a developer to build it. This means coordinating timelines, aligning opinions, and going through rounds of iteration before anything tangible is created. This is one of those cases where the outcome affects not just the company involved, but the entire sector's operating model. This sets a precedent. Watch how other regulators in other jurisdictions respond. DeepSeek-V4, the most powerful open-source model ever. GPT-5 in focus. You may have caught DeepSeek in the Daily IT Digest earlier this week. The story now crosses into today's coverage. Attackers are already inside systems. DeepSeek confirmed active exploitation is underway. Here is the full picture. The latest set of open-source models from DeepSeek are here. While the industry anticipated the dominance of closed iterations like GPT-5, the arrival of DeepSeek-V4 has ticked the dominance in the favor of open-source AI. If you're running the affected software, patching is not optional. Exploit code is already circulating. Mitigations are documented. Link in the description. Implement them now. Now, scientists sculpt Einstein onto a crystal using only Lite. Here's what's new. Important update, the legal and regulatory pressure on arsenic is escalating. Here is today's development. What we know so far. A light-sensitive crystal is opening the door to a new era of light-written technology. Arsenic trisulfide can be reshaped and permanently altered using simple light, creating ultra-fine optical patterns without expensive manufacturing tools. This is one of those cases where the outcome affects not just the company involved, but the entire sector's operating model. Appeals and counterclaims are likely. We will keep tracking this as it develops. Research done. Now what affects your workflow right now? Claude Connectors leads products. Here's what you can actually use. Now, Claude Connectors, Claude updates. Here's what's shipping. Breaking, you may have caught Claude in the Daily IT Digest earlier this week. The story now crosses into today's coverage. The AI race just shifted. Claude sets a new bar. Here's what actually happened. New connectors in Claude for everyday life discussion. Link whether you use Claude or not. This release sets a new bar for competitors to clear. The next 90 days will show which use cases this unlocks and which it oversold. LWiAI podcast #236 GPT-5. 4. Gemini 3. 1 flashlight supply chain. Gemini updates. Worth noting, OpenAI just shipped something and the timing tells you a lot about where this space is heading. Here is the full picture. OpenAI launches GPT-5. 4 with Pro and Thinking versions. Google releases Gemini 3. 1 flashlight at 1/8 the cost of Pro. Where things stand with the Department of War, Anthropic, the question is not whether this product exists. It's whether it's good enough to change your workflow. If this solves a problem you have, the link to try it is in the description. Closing with, Tomora's Come Closer is an ecstatic love letter to 90. A fine, a ban, or a lawsuit, whichever it is, Tomora is in a difficult position. What we know so far. Before Coachella, Tomora wasn't on my radar at all. It's actually only by chance that I stumbled upon them. I opened the wrong stream because my TV was lagging like a M4. This is one of those cases where the outcome affects not just the company involved, but the entire sector's operating model. If you operate in this space, legal and compliance teams need to see this today.